trends, diets, phases, fads, gimmicks, fit influencers, weight loss influencers, diet pushers. It's all over the internet, right? And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about, are you getting in your own way? Are you the person who is basically ruining any of your chances in success? Are you the person that keeps self-sabotaging yourself, who keeps making excuses for your continuous failures and looking for others just to continuously support your failures? Are you following people who are promoting this? I want to talk about protecting your peace, protecting your circle, and the bullshit that's on the internet. Hi guys, it's me. I haven't done one of these like sit down weight loss vlog talking videos in quite some time. Okay, I want to start off by saying that obviously I'm not a professional. I'm not a weight loss coach, nutritionist, a doctor, none of these things, right? But I am human, right? I'm human. I've been on a weight loss journey pretty much my whole life, and I failed continuously my whole life. And I want to talk about what I'm doing differently, right? And this is not about what works, what doesn't. This isn't about me saying like eat carbs because you need them. It's not me saying keto is bad. That's regardless. You know, do I support keto, right? I just want to just clear the air on this one because I know this is what people are going to bring this back to. I think it's great if you need it. If it's beneficial for you, you find it working, then great. I found that it was beneficial for a very short period of time, and then I kept hoping for the magic, for like the lightning to strike again and for it to be successful for me again. It wasn't. But, you know, you kind of get into this like hamster wheel of thought, right? When you're on keto, that if you get off because you're so consumed by keto is not just a way of eating anymore. It's a community. It's a freaking culture at this point. Let's be real. And look, it is a harsh community to be a part of, okay? People will fight you to the death. They will argue about you. They will talk about your kids. They will do anything to defend Dr. So-and-so from the internet or their choice of choosing to eat a stick of butter over a head of, you know, lettuce. You know what I mean? Like that's, in whichever way works, that's fine. I'm not trying to debunk any of that stuff because honestly, I really don't care what you decide to do for yourself. I just wish you I wish you success. That's all I do. So that's not what this is about. Recently, I'm just like you guys. I'm a YouTube consumer, and I was just kind of laying in bed or something and going through like my feed or whatever on my videos, and I came across a channel that I haven't watched in a while. Like we had the same thought process, we were doing the same things, and when I decided to kind of back away from keto at the beginning of the year, I lost a lot of people and got a lot of kind of jabs from other people who are content creators who follow it. So that was it. So anyways, I go on to see the video and I see this person, and it's really sad. It's really sad because this person was really successful at one point in their journey, and then they weren't, and they're staying on the same hamster. It's just on and off, on and off. And I'll tell you what, it's really, really sad to see them struggling, but it's almost just as sad because so then I went into the thing and gave them all the AdSense and I started watching the videos, right? So I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like I see this one and then let me go back and watch the older ones, and I'm seeing it's just this constant excuses, you know, like what's going on, and there's something wrong. And I'm the first one to tell you guys that being overweight, it drains you mentally. It messes your head up. Your relationship with food is destroyed. Your self-image is destroyed. Your self-confidence is destroyed. I don't care what person, and I see people too, I see all the TikToks and they're like, you know, health at every size, you know, the scale doesn't define my beauty, which I agree 100%. I think health at every size is a very good thing to say. Yes, you can get healthy at any size, and don't think you're too far gone or you're too heavy to start. I think that's a really great and important message. That there's no better time than now is basically what I mean. But what was sad was not only was there people in their comment section kind of saying like, I can't keep watching this, you're just self-sabotaging, you need help, and they're telling this person to get help. But what I thought was even sadder was there were people who were like, yeah, same thing, yes, you're so relatable, yes, this is me too, and yes. So it's like, instead of them finding motivation to maybe kick their ass in gear, they're finding relatable content to keep them in the same rut. So when do they become what exactly is this person influencing, right? Because it's essentially like a weight loss health channel. You're not influencing weight loss, you're not influencing better health, you're influencing excuses, and you're influencing bad decision making, you're influencing ignoring your mental health and putting a band-aid diet, you know, a diet band-aid over it. So I want to be the person to say this, okay? Weight loss, if you have struggled with weight loss like I've done my whole life and you keep struggling, get help. Get help, because you wouldn't even understand until you had somebody who was completely unbiased, unknown to you, who has no dog in any of your fights, to sit there and be like, all right, talk to me. What's going on? What happened? Why? How was your life growing up? How was your, you know, and then they teach you coping mechanisms. They teach you trigger responses. They teach you how to effectively be a productive member of society, and to do it with the best health intentions. And I mean health here. You know, all of this, you know, I feel like as a culture, we're always like, go to the doctor, get your blood checked, you know, get your weight checked, get your, you know, get your blood, you know, all the blood work and stuff. Make sure your internals are healthy. Yes, your internals and this, they're just as important. And it's there's no stigma with mental health. I mean, I think at this point, after what we've all went through these last few years, honey, if all of us need a little therapy, okay? You just need a little. You may not need intensive therapy, but maybe just a little sprinkle. There's no fault in it. And I had to learn that, right? I had to learn that my eating was a problem. So I got my stuff under control, and then when I left keto, I had an eating disorder. Am I going to blame keto for this eating disorder? No, I'm not going to blame keto for the eating disorder. It didn't give it to me. But the fact is I was choosing, my mental health wasn't at a good place. So I was just unknowingly diving in and putting these boundaries and these limitations and these good and bads and all this stuff on food when I shouldn't have done that, you know, and that was my own fault. And these are things that I didn't know I was doing. So I had to go back. I had to see what was going on, because I struggled, where I was like physically ill eating rice or eating a potato, where I was like, holy literally in my head. And I know it may sound irrational, but to me, especially with somebody whose brain works like mine, irrational thoughts, the more irrational, the more rational they seem to me. And then I'm like, oh my God, is this God telling me something? We don't shame anybody for anything here. Overweight, underweight, diets, sexuality, gender, everybody's welcome here. This is a safe place, and I want you guys to all feel safe and welcome here. But I also want you to know that I'm advocating for you. And sometimes maybe if you could hear from somebody who came out the other end that it could be done, then it could be. I'm not going to call out this creator and like put their name out here or whatever. I'm sure a lot of you guys have sent me stuff about this person, and it's really sad. It's really sad to me. And if I could just, you know, my thought is there's so many people I've seen that were so relatable to her. And I know some of you guys follow me because I read the comments. I also read the comments where people were dropping my name and I was like, thanks. Hope this doesn't look bad. But if you found that keto worked for you and you still find success with it, then stick with it. But if you found that you just did keto to lose 20, 30 pounds and you lost the first 5 or 10 with ease and then now you're not doing anything, it's past, right? For example, if like you went to a restaurant and the first time you ate there was great, but then you went back to the same restaurant like 3 or 4 times and it was shitty food, shitty service, prices have went up, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep doing this. I'm wasting my mind, wasting my money, my time, my energy, everything. That's it. I got to try something new. Kind of had that whole concept. Like being on a low carb diet is very expensive, especially with the prices of protein right now. So maybe that isn't for you, and that's okay. I don't understand why everybody thinks that if they can't be as successful as X, Y, and Z on keto, or what they were as successful was at one point in their life, means that they're failing, or they're just going to keep being miserable trying to, you know, make something happen that this is God telling you it's not working. It's not working. There's somebody, divine intervention, whoever you believe in, someone's stepping in and saying, look, honey, this ain't it for you. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's figure it out. So that's what I did. I had a few coaches, and then I've been with Brenda about 2 months now. So I actually like 6 weeks now, 6, 7 weeks. I've lost a little bit over, I don't know, was she like 7 or 8 pounds? Not many pounds, but a ton of inches. I'm looking good. I feel like I am looking the best I've ever in my whole life. But not only that, but I feel confident. I feel strong. I feel happy. I'm tired, but I'm good. Eating for me right now has been a breeze because I follow a meal plan. I suggest that if you do find a coach that you like, or somebody's willing to write you up a meal plan, just give it a try. I was offered meal plans. I never wanted to do them because I always liked having my own cooking things. But boy, oh boy, the meal plan it knocks it out of the park. It's real easy. I have my 6 meals, and I mean, I still have some creativity. It's not the same old, you know, but it's still really good, and I'm seeing results, and it's doing so well that even Leo's doing it. And he's like, this is good. Like, he's in the gym with me. He's following a meal plan similar, not like mine, but a little bit different. And it could be done. You know, you have to watch. For example, maybe you were the person that was watching this other content creator's video last week, and they said, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it came out, I'm not too sure. And they were like, oh yeah, you know, I'm on summer vacation, YOLO, but like they're on summer, like it's not like they're taking a 1 week trip, like they go away for weeks at a time. So this is like 4 to 6 weeks or however long. They're already not active. They're already, you know, haven't really had any type of movement, you know, not being really productive with their goals. And then they're just adding more. And like, why does it, I don't understand. I get shit for people too, and they'll be like, oh, you brought your meal prep to 4th of July? Yes, honey, I did. And I had a great old time, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you what, as much as I feel that I am healed from my food issues, I'm still a work in progress. And there was nothing worse to me than walking up to a layout of food at a party, especially when it's not my family, and I'm like, oh, what is that? Oh, that's meat. You can eat that. That's what they would always say. That's meat. Oh, okay. Well, do you have any that's not smothered in barbecue sauce? And then they're looking at you and you're like, no? Okay. And then you're going to like, and there's all these sides there and you're like, what's in this? Who made that? You know, and I hated that. So if I got to bring my little food prep or whatever, I'll heat it up. I'll eat it discreetly in the corner. I don't give a shit. You know, I was fine. I still had a great old time. And I stayed on track. There was no issues the next day. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel superior. It was just life. Don't food shame me. Don't peer pressure me. Like, my life isn't going to be, this food isn't going to make this party any more enjoyable or less enjoyable. Take that mindset. especially if you are like on a vacation where you can control what you make. Like, there's no excuse. Really, there's no excuse. I could see, you know, you're going away for 4 or 5 days, and you know, maybe not every meal you indulge, but maybe in your dinner you're like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna have a light breakfast today because we're gonna go out to this like steakhouse and I want to enjoy it. Like, you know how to be an adult. Like, if you want to be overdo it and then that's on you. You're going to have to live with your own consequences. But to come on time and time again, week after week, and just complain about no progress, self-sabotage, it's really unfortunate, because you're just giving the people who are trying to look for motivation in you the same excuse to keep doing the same repetitive trauma to themselves. So it could be broken, you know, and I don't know, I don't even know what I'm even going to say or call this. I just feel like I had to get this off my chest, because so many of you guys have so much to lose. And that's the thing that scares me, is I'll read the comments and they'll be like, oh, I'm a type 2 diabetic, I'm on my blood sugars uncontrolled, I'm super hypertensive, I have young kids at home. Or someone will say, oh, I have my thyroid's out of whack, I can't get it under control, I can't barely move, I'm severely overweight, I'm restricted to the bed. Like, your quality of life is going to be affected by these decisions, and by seeing somebody on your phone, on the TV, as an influencer who has a significantly large following. This is a nice large following. Promote continuous self-sabotage is really, really misfortunate. And there's better people to follow to give you that motivation to be your very best self. You want to keep your circle clean and keep it tight, and surround yourself with like-minded, positive people who, not like-minded where like it's repetitive, but like-minded to where you're uplifting. You don't want to be around Debbie Downers and negative Nancy's. You know, you want to be around uplifting people who continue to lift you to be the very best version of yourself. Because the one thing about negativity, it's like mold. It spreads. It will ruin a perfectly good piece of fruit for no reason. It just spreads like that, you know, and you don't want to be around that. So yeah, that's kind of my thing here, is I really want the best for you guys. And I know that a lot of you guys lost that inspiration or motivation for me, because I've done a lot of changes, and I get that. I mean, I understand, and I don't fault anybody for leaving or not watching anymore, because some people probably think it's bullshit, and I understand, and I respect that, you know. Hey, you know, she did Weight Watchers and she quit. She did keto, now she quit. Now she's on to something new. And what kind of diet? There's not a diet. I feel like when you say diet, it's like you're already telling somebody, oh, I'm on a diet, I can't eat that. Oh, no, I can't eat that. Oh, no, that food is so bad, I can't have that. I'm not on a diet. I could eat whatever the hell I want. I'm just choosing to follow a meal plan and kind of keep it simple during the week. Today's Saturday. I'm having me some Giordano's pizza for dinner. Like, I still eat good. I still get out and enjoy my life. I'm moving my body. I'm working out. I am the happiest I've ever been. Tired, sore, but happy. And I want that. I want this like liberating inner peace for you guys. It could be done. It could be done. You know, there's so many people I can, you know, in with Jen, Nicole Burgess, Julia Renee, Molly Bailey, Keisha Alejandra. I think there's Keisha Alejandra. She's another one I follow. Haley Gamba. She's another one who's pretty good. Melanie Cruz. There's so many different people who offer a fitness approach that can help elevate you and keep you motivated, and you know, where you look forward to, like, I'll watch all of those girls when I'm on the stair climber, and I'm like, when I'm tired and I'm done and I'm like, hell, and I'll throw them on and I'm like, all right, and I'll see them and they're working out, they're eating good, they're, you know, they're just, you know, they look great, they're happy, you know, it's motivating me to be the very best version of myself. And if these channels are not motivating you, but instead allowing you to keep going with the bullshit and allowing you to make more excuses for it, that's not the one for you. Be careful on who you let in. But I guess, I don't know, what can we talk about? I'm doing really well. Weight loss is doing really well, which is, I mean, I'm not really paying attention. I have to weigh in weekly and share it with my coach, but I got obliques. Let me show y'all. Hold on. I don't have the matching shorts on, but can we just, and I've already eaten. I mean, can we? I mean, look at, you could even see some abs here. I mean, I still have the lower belly pooch, but look at that. I mean, even with my chest, I guess I'll show you guys my legs. I'm unbuttoning my shirt, but you could even see the teardrop in my thigh. I mean, my legs are getting strong. I'm getting double heads on the calves. Plan for future for me is just to keep going. Skin removal surgery, fingers crossed for the fall. I'm kind of looking into another plastic surgeon. I'm actually gonna call a girl I went to high school with. She worked for one here. And see, because the one I was going to, a girl actually just messaged me and said that she had procedure done by them and she would recommend. So I was like, damn, okay. But yeah, competing when I'm 40, so I got a little bit of time. I got about 2 years. Stop making yourself miserable and stop following people who are continuously giving you excuses for not being the very best version of yourself. Because all they're doing is keeping you down with them so they're not lonely down there. And that's the truth. See y'all later. Be good, be nice, and I love y'all. Bye, friends.